Well, we have another race in the Formula Mazda series. This one, we're heading to South Africa to the Kyalami circuit, and checking out the car, making sure everything's up to speed, heading out there for qualifying. Coming around through this little corkscrew section onto the front straightaway to come down to the start finish line and the beginning of the timing lights right there. And you get up to pretty good speed here, and then you have this heavy braking and hard hairpin left-hander going uphill a little bit, sweeping to the right, and then slowing down. And I got cold tires, and I slide a little bit there to that left-hander. Another short straightaway section, up to speed a bit, and then this kind of sweeping right-hander coming into another tight left-hander. A little short straight section into this left-hander that leads you down and then up this elevation change, and it crests up here, and then there's another left-hander, slow, kind of a hairpin corner there, and then the sweeping turns going down this hill in the back, and the hard braking for this right-hander that brings you through this little corkscrew section that sends you back onto the front straightaway. And that corner right there, as you can see, somebody went off track right there. That corner right there can be real tricky. And as I come up on the start-finish line, I qualified fourth with a 158. There's a couple of people faster, but as we transition over to the third qualifying lap, I'm all the way back in 12th place, and I completely go off track there. Momentary lapse of concentration, I guess. Now, since this is qualifying, that's a ghost car, which is why I didn't bump into that guy. That would not be that same situation in an actual race. So now we're in the pits waiting for everything for the game itself, the race, to load up. And we'll have a look at the field here. They're all the same cars. They just have different liveries. This guy's got a chrome car, Marlboro car, a Golf car. I've raced against that guy before. Not sure what that is. Hugo Boss. Some kind of a couple of people from the Bob Bondurant School of Racing. A Lucas Oil car. Purple. Another golf car. Some kind of rainbow looking thing. A Bondurant. Another Bondurant. Another Bond run. Another Hugo Boss. And then here I am all the way back in 19th place. And we're off. And I know that there's going to be quite a bit of like that, quite a bit of jockeying for position, people sliding around because the tires are totally cold on that first corner. People are trying to get things sorted out early in the race, jockeying for position. Those guys kind of tangle with one another and they end up sliding out. And I end up braking harder than I would like to, but I don't want to hit these guys. They're tangling with one another. I get past them, and I'm able to get through this corner before they do, but this guy on the left side of me, he's pushing for his line, but I'm able to keep my line. Now, whether or not I'll be able to remain in front of those people is yet to be seen. I'm trying to rein in these people that are in front of me. But since these cars are so equally matched, and from a performance standpoint, it really has a lot more to do with what kind of mistakes the other people might make, or mistakes that you yourself might make. Like that guy there, he went off track there. I should be able to get down the straightaway faster than him. And I do, but he's right over here on my right side. Still there. He gained some ground on me there. And the guy in front of me, all of the people in front of me, they're pulling away from me. So I'm trying to push a little bit harder to rein those guys in. Get through that hairpin right there pretty good. Bit squirrely right there. This guy slams into me going through that corner, and I end up losing 4 spots as a result of that guy slamming into me, because he didn't brake properly going through that corner. And he also, I mean, he does seem to be like trying to do the courteous thing Because when you slam into somebody, now he ends up hitting that guy and going off track. So he kind of got his little karma um, for that. And I got my sights set on these guys in front of me. Now this race is only 8 laps long, so I don't know that I'm going to be changing tires, because I know that you can get 8 to 10 laps on these tires if you're not overly abusive to the tires over the course of the race. So having a race that's 8 laps long, you should be able to get through the race with a single set of tires. And I do seem to be gaining a little bit of ground on this guy in front of me. And there's that golf car coming back into the fray. He got through that corner better than I did, and is able to carry more momentum down this front straightaway. And he did get inside that guy, but he swings out wide. And these guys are kind of battling for position a little bit. I slide a little bit right there. I lose a little bit of momentum going down this straightaway section here. Sliding around a little bit there. And so that golf car, it was able to get past this guy in front of me, and I'm trying to do the same. I end up braking a little bit harder there because I didn't want to make contact with that guy. There's somebody going into the pits for tires right there on the 4th lap. So I should gain a position as I go to the pits, past the pits right here. And yeah, it looks like I did gain one position. And I'm just trying to stay within striking distance of this guy in front of me. He's able to pull away a little bit right there, but I know that he has to slow down some for this corner. But he's still pulling away a little bit. myself and these other two guys in front of me, we're following around the same track time. Now that guy dives into the pits right there, so I should end up gaining another position as I go through the past the pits here, and I do. I'm currently up to 14th, which is not great, but I also have to keep in mind that there's people coming up behind me that just went into the pits and have new tires, so they can probably be a little bit more aggressive for these last 2 laps because they got fresh tires. Whereas from the outset, I decided that I was going to go through this whole race on one set of tires. That guy slides a little bit wide there, which enabled me to gain a little bit of ground on him. And I'm sliding around a little bit. And I know that that has to do with the fact that, you know, I got 6 laps on these tires. A fairly decent little segment score there. And there's somebody coming out of the pits right there. So you got to be aware of them as well. And he swings a little bit wide, and I'm able to get underneath him there. So I move up to 12th. But this person in front of me, they just came out of the pits, so they have brand new tires. And they're probably going to be able to pull away because they can be a little bit more aggressive in the corners. I'm keeping my eye on this guy in my rearview mirror that I just passed. He seems to be dropping back quite a bit. I almost go off track there. And I end up sliding a little bit, and that sends me off track. No penalty, but still I lost time because I had to like tap the brakes a little bit to correct things. And these people behind me, that gives them the opportunity to gain a little bit more ground. Although looking in my rearview mirror, they seem to be fairly far back there, so I might be safe coming around for this final lap if I can keep the pace up. Somebody just kind of came out of nowhere and slammed into the back of me. Oh, that's that guy in that golf car again. And he slams into me again and again and again. I mean, there are places on this track where you're able to pass people, and then he slams into me again there, and dives underneath me. So this guy is not very curious. See, right there, it would have been real easy for me to slam into him, like he had been doing with me. But I chose to tap the brakes and not make contact with him, because, that's clean racing. Somebody goes off track there, so that moves me up one position as we head down this back hill for the final time. And I've got moderate tire wear, so I got to be kind of a little bit more careful on this corner right here, because you can spin out real easy on that corner. Same thing with this one. I'm on the brakes a little bit more than I would ordinarily be. Coming around this left-hander for the final time, coming up to the start-finish line, and I end up being 12th, which is not fantastic, but not too bad. I've got no penalties, so I'm happy about that. So that's my race at Kyalami in Formula Mazda. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the racetrack.